So today we have a mini book haul. We recently went to McKay's, and we went ostensibly for my brothers-in-law. My brothers-in-law both have birthdays in early April, so we went so my husband could pick them up game or like video games or something that they might be interested in. He only got one of them something there, but hey, I got books, so I'm out of McKay's books, which is very bad, and I need to go back. But I do have a whole stack somewhere over here that I'm planning to take, so maybe they'll give me some money for some of those. So, okay. I'm going to go probably from least to most exciting. So, I got C.S. Lewis, My Godfather. I know we're shocked that I got a book about C.S. Lewis. Letters, Photos, and Recollections from Lawrence Harwood, who is, I think Lawrence Harwood is his name. Yeah. So, this is actually Lewis's godson wrote this book. So, I'm really excited about the photos. It's got pictures of, like, C.S. Lewis in here. And so, I'm really excited to see those. If I'm going to buy a nonfiction, it's probably going to be a nonfiction about C.S. Lewis. Speaking of, I also got through The Shadowlands, the love story of C.S. Lewis and Joy Davidman. Now, obviously, I know a lot about this already. Like their story. I know Lewis's biography, so I know a good bit about this. This is actually a lot of, like, C.S. Lewis and J.R. Tolkien kind of were already on the rocks with each other. And then, like, Tolkien, I think the story is, like, Tolkien was jealous of Lewis's success. Not success, but like the ease at which he published, because Tolkien was such a perfectionist that he couldn't publish quickly. That's why The Hobbit was published in like 1937, and Lord of the Rings didn't come about until the mid-50s, I think, because Tolkien was just such a perfectionist. And if you read the version histories, or his letters, I mean, it's like he just keeps writing to Allen and Unwin, and he's like, "It's coming. It's still coming. I promise it's coming." So, anyways, but this was kind of like the final straw when Tolkien found out that Lewis had married a divorcee from America and not even told, like, had kept that such a secret. So the relationship between Lewis and Joy was actually kind of what destroyed Lewis and Tolkien's friendship. Anyway, that's just a fun fact. I'm interested in reading this just because they're, like, what I know of their story is really great. And I love that, like, Joy's kids are actually the one, or son, Joy's son, Douglas Gresham, is actually the one who's, like, in charge of the Narnia estate thing, like, things with that. Like, he was, like, very involved, at least with the old movies that were actually good. No comment. Go watch my video about Netflix. It's called Netflix Why. If you didn't see it, which you probably did, let's be honest. That video did really well, so you probably saw it. But yeah, looking forward to reading this and just seeing, it's by Brian Selby. Actually, they had another one that was like a book called Shadowlands. Not Through the Shadowlands, just Shadowlands. That was like seemed like the same thing, but on the back it seemed like this was a novelization of the movie, but it was also written by Brian Selby. It was cheaper, but my husband was like, this was $1.50, just buy the original, the bigger one. And it was, I mean, this is not that big, but the other one was like, baby size, like mass market size. So anyway, I got this. We'll see if I ever read those two nonfictions. I probably will at some point. I randomly stumbled across the Creation Adventure series, The Mystery of the Ark by Paul Thompson. This just seemed like something I would be interested in based on my love of that Jonathan Park audio series I've mentioned before. So I think this, I don't know. We'll see. At the very least, my kids might be interested in this when I have more. Obviously I have one now, but when I have more. So, but I will read them first. And I think this is like later on in the series, but I don't know if they have to be read in order. So I'm going to have to look this up. Oh, there's something stuck in here. Curtain. Somebody's to-do list is just stuck in here as a bookmark. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. I got two more. So then a book that I've been looking for literal years, The Battle of Lookout Mountain by Gilbert Morris. This is the only book in the Bonnets and Bugle series I didn't own, but I wanted to have it physically because in the grand scheme of America, I don't live very far from Lookout Mountain. And so I was like, I want to have the one that's set near my house, like near my home. I want to have that one physically, and I just never could find it. But they finally had it, and I was like, I don't care that it's $6.50, which is more than I would usually pay for a book this size. I am buying it. So I did. So I have this now, and I am so excited to finally read this, and then read 8, 9, and 10, because I have those. I just have never finished the series because I didn't have this one. And then the most exciting purchase, other than that was a really exciting one, but then the best deal of the trip for sure is Flight by Chuck Black, which is book 2 of the Star-Lord Legacy. They had this just for $4. Now, have I read book 1? No. But have I liked everything else I've read by Chuck Black? Yes. So I just took a gamble that I'm going to like this too, and I bought it because also, I mean, you know, all of these are in great condition. McKay's books usually are in really good condition. Yeah. So I highly doubt I will dislike this series. Like, if I dislike this series, it's going to be really weird, considering, again, I love the Kingdom series. I have loved the Kingdom series for ages. Same, and Knights of Arthur. I just kind of count those as one series, even though they're 2 different series, but they're set in the same world. So I kind of just consider them one series. And then I loved the Wars of the Realm series. Read those last year, I think. So yeah, loved that series too. So I cannot imagine I won't like this. So yeah. All right, so that's the books that I got at McKay's. What's the most recent book that you have bought? Let me know in the comments, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.